Happy April Fools, everybody! Today we're gonna open Unstable. This is gonna be a fun, crazy pack. Again, welcome to RNG University, and we are gonna dive right in. I couldn't find my knife, so I'm gonna steal someone else's tool today, and it's gonna be fun to open sort of a blast from the past. I wanted to open an unhinged set, but I actually can't afford it. Unhinged boxes are insane, but Unstable is still very affordable, and they're very nice. If you look at the lands that they have in this set, it's actually insane. It's the regular 4R lands really are only going about $2-3, but the foil ones you can get all the way up to 70 for, I think, the island. And the crazy part is you can actually get these boxes for almost MSRP. So it's a steal at those prices, in my opinion, which is why we're gonna open one today. I have no idea how to open these actually. Oh, it just lights out. That's how you open them. All right, this is why I don't open a store, because that will look ridiculous. So you can see there's actually a lot of packs here. It's one of those, you know, opening sleeve kind of booster box that they had back in the days. I think the last time I saw these were Battle Bonds. Very cool looking display case. Right? If I had a store, I definitely would have one of these on the shelf just to kind of, you know, throw off change up the flavor a little. All right, so now let us open these crazy unstable packs. As you will get. Oh, it's such a refreshing feel to open packs that are not super glued together. All right, we got Swirl Dealer. Definitely has a lot of squirrels with him. Adorable Kitten. This is one of those you know, unstable cards that you can actually patch cards together. It's a wacky set. I love it. You know, it's way better than the gotcha mechanic they had in Unhinged, which nobody loved. All right, so this is the commons. The uncommons are Buzz Wackadoodle, the overt operative. Not very overt. I can see his name, and this is the actual overt. No name. Ninja something. This is the actual cards that you have to patch together. So, you know, if you patch together with the adorable kitten, you can make it a ninja kitten. It's a creature ninja cat. Right? So that's how you were supposed to play Unstable. It was pretty fun. All right, and we got a Kingslayer as our rare. This is a pretty fun card. All right, sacrifice Kingslayer. A person outside the game controls target player during that player's next turn. Neither player may advise that person until the end of turn. So it's just drag a random person and be like, hey, play this game. They don't know how to do anything, and they'll just sack all their permanents for fun. All right, and then here's our full R land, the island. It's very cool looking card, and they did the 4R land really well in this set, and I think it's still underappreciated. Just looking at, you know, how it's borderless, you know, the art is done very nicely. This does kind of give that Jurassic Park vibe in my opinion. I love it. All right, and then we got those wacky rares, the Gift Horse. Right, whenever you crank Gift Horse, this is one of those crank things, the contraption. We were first told of this in Future Sight, and now we have it, actual contraption. Right? It's unfortunate they put the contraption in an unset, so it's, you know, not really legal in any tournament or anything whatsoever, but some wacky ability. So whenever you crank it, roll 2 6-sided dice, create a number of 1/1 red goblin tokens equal to the difference between those numbers. Not that crazy. All right, and then we got Jamming Device. That's our second contraption. I'm not going to read all the contraptions. There's too many of them. All right, so we also got a Beast token, but no one cares about that. Good thing is, at least it's foil. All right, so second pack. I'm going to go a little bit faster because we have, I think, 36 packs to open. Oh, we got a Secret Base. It's a very nice card. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Spend this mana only to cast spells that shares a watermark. So it's a little light bulb watermark with Secret Base. So they have several one of these, and they have all different watermarks, and it makes the game more flavored, you know, towards the unsets. That's what makes it fun, right? It's random and it's crazy. All right, we got Clock Napper. That's our rare. I don't actually know what it does. When Clock Napper enters the battlefield, choose beginning phase, pre-combat main phase, combat phase, post-combat main phase, end phase, and steal that phase from target opponent during his or her next turn. Very wacky. No idea what that entails in an actual game. And then we got a Swamp. All right, and then we got Headbanger. Let me move this to the side a little bit. So it's our common contraption, top secret, another common contraption, and now a foil elemental token. Oh, the back is nice. I forgot that these tokens actually have the token art in the back. So let me just show the beast for a second. All right, it has the token art in the back, so that makes it a little bit special. It's like not one of those cards that have a weird, whatever it is. And someone's dying outside, so that's fun. It's always nice to have that in the background, you know. All right, pack number 3, timeout. No time now. We're gonna keep going. All right, there's a bunch of commons. And there's some uncommon. There's a garbage elemental. The card is garbage, that's for sure. Druid of the Sacred Beaker. Steam Floggery. And we got a Hangman. Play the game Hangman. As Hangman enters the battlefield, secretly note one word with 6 to 8 letters. And then target opponent who doesn't control Hangman guesses the noted word. Or an unguessed letter in that word. So basically you play the game of Hangman. Whenever any player guesses the proper word or all the letters, then you have to sack it. So, you know, it gets bigger and bigger until you have to sack it. All right, and we got a mountain. These 4R lands are absolutely beautiful. And then we have the Deadly Poison Sampler and the Applied Aeronautics. So some crazy contraptions for sure. And then we got a zombie. Definitely hold on to these tokens. They're so nice. You know, you can put them in clear sleeves and then, you know, run them as actual tokens in your deck whenever you have to use those tokens. No longer are the days where you have to use those crappy tokens that have, you know, the rule book or something and some advertisement in the back. All right, so here's a bunch of commons. And then we got Goblin Harbordasher, Steel Swirl. It's a funny theme to that. You know, why would a squirrel be steel, right? Who's gonna go build a robot and, you know, think of, let's build a squirrel? And basically you roll a 6-sided die, and whenever you roll a 5 or higher on a die, steel squirrel gets +X, where X is the result. So gigantic squirrels, fun. And then we got steam powered thingamajigger. You basically combine it with another card, and it gets +0/+4. And then we got the big idea. All right, so it's a black, red, and roll a 6-sided die, create a number of 1/1 Brainiac token, and tap 3, untap Brainiac. The next time you would roll a 6-sided die, instead roll 2 of them and use the total. So that's insane, right? So the lowest you can get then in those cases are 2, but the highest is 12. So instead of, you know, choosing 1 off the 2 row, you now can, you know, add the total. That's a pretty good card for one of these wacky sets. And then we got a plane. And then Dud for duds. And Boom Flinger. Then a vampire. All right, this token is also very nice. Very on theme and nowadays with Crimson Vow and all that. You might need those vampire tokens. Okay, here goes pack number 5. I'm going to say 5. All right, so a bunch of commons. And then we got the Lobe Lubber, the Hammer Jammer, and the Half Kitten. Oh, that's actually funny because we got a kitten in the back, right? We got an adorable kitten here. So we can make it a half kitten. So it'll just be a bigger kitten. That's a funny theme. All right, so it's going to go back to the uncommon pile. And our rare is the Ineffable Blessing. I don't know what ineffable means, and I don't want to find out. Oh, sorry. So Ineffable Blessing, enter the battlefield. Choose a number. Whenever a creature with exactly the chosen number of words and its name enter the battlefield under your control, you draw a card. Very, very long, wordy, you know, ability, but nothing wacky. So go on the pile. All right, we got a Forest, and then we got a Quick Lick Trick, common, and a Mandatory Friendship Shackle, common. And a Thopter. Thopters are nice. You know, this come up a lot in Commander play, so these tokens are nice. All right, I think, funny enough, we got 5 packs, and we got 1 of each land. What are the odds? Maybe we'll get a foil in this box for the lands, but I don't actually remember if you were guaranteed a foil land or not. Hopefully you are. So here's a bunch of, oops, I did that. So all those cards are extremely damaged. No one ever want them. So here is a Staff of Letter Magus, Suspicious Nanny, Side Quest, and now the Handy Dandy Clone Machine. It's actually very, very, very fun art, right? It's some guy's hand. So it's Handy Dandy, and tap 2, Tap it, or 2-tap, create a 2/2 colorless homunculus creature token. It must be represented by a unique hand and 2-finger at all time, or it ceases to exist. So basically, you put your hand on it, or you have to sack it. I think they have something like that in Unhinged too. All right, so then we got the Twiddle Stick Charger. Oh, we got a foil. All right, we got a Sap Sucker. What foil do we get? Oh, that's just a token. Ha, I knew that. You know, it's not like the first token that we got. Oh, I didn't see you there. Just heading out for Friday Night Magic. Something that I don't know how many people actually still do. But this is the first token that we have an ad in the back instead of the actual Goblin art. So I'm going to put this on the side a little bit. It's a little weird. It is still, you know, those silver border foils. Actually, yeah, it's a silver border foil token. I didn't really notice that. Now we have our pack number 900. All right, so here's the commons. Our uncommons are Cogmentor, the Skull Saucer, the Zombified, something, and oh, Mr. X. This is basically Homer Simpson. All right, and let's see what it does. As long as X is in X's owners, opponent's hand X owners may cast X and activate X's ability. That opponent can cast X or play with his or hand and plays with his or hand reveal. And then you can tap 2, Demir, tap, put X into target opponent's hand, and you may play cards in the same hand as X without paying the mana cost. So basically, you're trying to play your opponent's stuff. It's very Demir heavy, very gimmicky, but it's something that might work out. Here is a land, and then we got the Hypnotic Swirl disc. That's our other rare contraption here. Whenever you crank it, target player puts a top X card of his or her library into his or her graveyard. X is the number of creatures you control. I don't actually remember how the contraptions work, but nobody really plays with that, unfortunately. Oh, we got a Brainiac. All right, so Brainiac is also, in the back, here's some visualization of reconstruct the image. The technology to rebuild him finally within my grasp. That is not... Oh, I think you connect the dots to make a fake Urza. I thought it was going to make Karn or something. But yeah, here's Brainiac. It's not the DC guy, but just a token. All right, next, let's see. We've got a bunch of commons. Another secret base. This time it's the Umbrella Key. Very nice to have these lands. I love it. It's very on theme and very gimmicky. It's not great, but it's fun to play with. And here we got Knight of the Kitchen Sink. It's Kitchen Sink, and it doesn't have Persist. That's a miss opportunity right there. We got Aerial Toastmaster. We got a Monkey. All right, and then we got the Angelic Rocket, which basically you can attach things to it. It will, whenever you attach, you may destroy target non-land permanent. Pretty cool. We got a plane. And we got some contraptions, so the uncommon and a common contraption. And then we got a rogue token. Again, there's another silver border token. So on the back, it's got something else. All right, so test number 40. Complete the statement. Now that the blank is complete, the world will blank at the blank of my master's plan. Nothing will stand against the blank of his blank. So, instead of playing Magic, now you're playing Cards Against Humanity. Which, I think is basically playing a game of Unmagic. We got another adorable kin. Very adorable. Very deadly later on if you attach stuff to it. Especially if you attach a kin to a kin. All right, entirely normal armchair. Reminds you of Soul's Game much. The Goblin Haberdasher. I think that's how you pronounce that word. No idea what that means. Party Crasher. We got a foil for the first time in forever. All right, we got the Snickering Squirrel. 1 black, 1/1. You may tap it to increase the result of a die of any player by 1. Pretty fun. Put that on the side over there. And here we got the Everythingamajig. And this is actually one of the cards in the set that has the same name, but multiple different versions of. So this is the one where you can tap 2 to draw a card, tap 8 to gain 10 life, and tap 4 to sacrifice it, and you may put silver bordered permanent card from your hand in the battlefield. Nothing crazy, but it's on theme. And then we got a forest, and then some more contraptions. All right, and then we got the Fairy Spy. I think this is also an unhinged or unstable token. Let's see, Flying Haste. Whenever this creature deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. That is very good, but this is definitely not in the standard set. I don't think you can summon this token from any regular cards that I know of. And then we got the different, like, they're quote-unquote guilds in Unstable. Fun stuff. All right, so that's another one of those cards. And those are our foil. All right, so we're about, I think, a quarter of the way through. We've got some wacky cards, but no mythics. Remember, the Unstable already had mythics back in the day. So we're looking for, Urza. That's one of the mythics I remember. And then I don't remember anything else. Here's a Rules Lawyer. I'm not reading all of that. I'm not a lawyer. But needless to say, it's a bunch of words that says you lose the game if you play it. So don't play it. And then we got an island. Oh, we got another foil. Hot Fix. A Hot Fix, what it does is you have 10 seconds to look at and rearrange the cards in your library. At the end of those 10 seconds, if you're touching one of those, shuffle your library. So, you basically get to cheat within that 10 seconds. Very, very fun. It costs 6, so it's not like it's broken or anything. It's a stupid card. Stupid cards are fun. Right? That's the whole point of this game. So we got another contraption, Oaken Power Suit. And we got a treadmill. And we got a goat. Again, silver border. So, goats are OP. You don't want to mess with goats. We got some black border and some silver border. I actually don't know how they distribute them in the packs. So we are just going to keep opening them. See what we get. All right, success! I wonder what success we can get in this pack. If they have success in the beginning of a pack, does that mean this is the most rare card you're going to get off this box? We'll find out. All right, so we got Slaying Mantis. That's our foil. We got a lot of foils now. Mario Kill. We all know that game. Switch a Killbot or Mario Kill in your hand with 1 on the battlefield. I don't know what Killbot is, but maybe there's other cards that are Killbots. All right, we got a Swamp. And then we got some contraptions. Uncommon, common, auto key. And then we got Storm Crow, 1/2 token. Avian Aversion. Yeah, well, I wonder if those are enumerated, because we got some numbers here, right? Test 1, 62, 40, 815. I wonder if that's actually all the numbers that will go. I wonder if those numbers are actually representative of all the tokens and those kind of stuff you can get. Who knows? I doubt there's 815 of them, though. Yeah. Kind of a lot to design. All right, so we got another secret base. This is one with the gears. Fun. Imagine if you can collect all the foil versions of that. It probably isn't that much money, but not going to happen in pulling packs. I can guarantee you that. All right, we got Skull Saucer, Party Crasher, Steam Flogger. I think that rhymed. I just started rapping. All right, then we got Cramped Bunker. So, this bunker is pretty cramped. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player moves a permanent he or she controls to touch Cramped Bunker and no other permanent. If he or she can destroy that permanent that player controls that isn't touching Cramped Bunker, then sacrifice it. Basically, it's a game of trying not to touch that card. All right, we got a mountain, and we got a treadmill, foil treadmill. Oh my lord, this card is the best foil I've ever seen. Look at it. It even got the borders and art, and it's still foil. It's so nice. Contraption foils are nice. I don't actually know where to put it. All right, I'll put it over there. And then we got a mythic contraption now. Whenever you crank this hard hat area, roll 2 6-sided die. Hard hat area assembles a number of contraption equal to the number of those results. So basically, you can use contraption to assemble more contraptions. Is that how it works? Too much work. Oh, we got a clue. We got a clue. I didn't even know they had clues back then. This is basically what you get from whenever you investigate. Very fun. If you have an Eloise deck, look for these clues. You want to have this clue. You want to have the clue from the Stranger Things Secret Lair. And yeah, those are the clues that people really want in their clue decks. Very, very nice. Okay, so we're almost through 1/2 of the box, which is crazy at the speed we're going. I'm not reading all the comments because otherwise this will be a 5,000-hour video. We got a Suspicious Nanny here. That is not Mrs. Doubtfire. All right, we got 5-finger discount. Can't actually see his fingers, but I'm pretty sure that dog doesn't have 5 fingers. Oh, we got Urza. We got Urza. It's not foil, but we got the Academy Headmaster right here. All right, so it's a funny Planeswalker. It's got Uber, and then plus, you gotta look online to find out what that ability. Minus, go online to find out that ability. -6, go online to find out that ability. Crazy and wacky stuff. So basically, every time you go online to look for that, you get a different answer. So the ability is completely random, but it is scaled correctly to the plus or minuses. So it's not like you're gonna use a plus to get a very crazy ability, or you could use a -6 to get nothing. Who knows? I didn't actually look at all the answers, but we got Urza. That's very exciting. And we got Plains. That's, I wouldn't say it's less exciting. I still love it. And we got Neural Network, the Dictation, Quailograph, I don't know, whatever that is. And then we got Elemental. All right, so this creature's power and toughness equal to the number of creatures you control. That is a fancy, fancy art. I really like these black border tokens because, if you ever need a token in any of your deck, those are the ones you want to get. They're foil. The back is still the full art of whatever token it is. And it's up to you if you want to use the front or the back as, whatever you sleeve up in your token. All right, so we got a Labro, Bot, Sneak Dispatcher, and a Rhino something something. Better than one. That's our rare. A person outside the game becomes your teammate. I have no idea what that means. Choose any number of cards in your hand on top of your library or on the battlefield under your control. Those cards become your teammate's hand, library, and permanent, respectively. So now instead of 1-on-1, it's instantly a 2-on-1. If you can find it on one, you need to have friends to play this game apparently. All right, so and then we got a Forest, we got a Lackey Recycler, the Inflation. Oh God, the Inflation Station. This is what's ruining America. The Inflation Station. All right, and then we got a Sapling. Let me just sort these a little bit because they are going all over the place. We got one Mythic, one Mythic contraption and one Mythic card. All of almost half the box, which is weird, but who knows? Maybe all the Mythics in the other half. All right, then we got the Joyride Rigger and a bunch of commons. Not that Mr. Joyride there isn't a common. All right, and then those are all uncommon, and we got a Grusilda Monster Masher. Combine enchanted and equipped creatures you control have menace. And then 5 or 3 black, red, tap, put 2 direct creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield, combine into 1 creature under your control. So you basically merge creatures. Fun. All right, we got Island. Duplicate Device. So this is one where you crank and you can copy something on the battlefield. And we got an Accessory to Murder. And Mr. Spirit right here. Look at him. She is quite the scary ghost. I remember back in the day when Spirit deck was all the rage. Back when Innistrad, the first Innistrad was still in standard. And people were using that with Geist to, beat people down. That was fun days. Blue-Red Delver, not Blue-Red Delver, Blue-White Delver with Geist. Nobody liked playing back then. Every deck was the same. Unlike now. All right, we then have the foil, which is the Wall of Fortune. That's just a common foil. And then we have the Water Market. Fun name. Add 2 to your mana pool. Spend this mana only to cast spells with Watermark. So if you don't have a Watermark on your spell, you can't cast it. Fun, very on-theme kind of land for this set. And we got a Swamp, a Genetic Recombinator, and then a Division Table. All right, we got an Angel Token. Angel Tokens are always going to be appreciated. That's very lovely. All right, so yeah, these are, even just for the tokens and the lands, I love opening this set. Because no one's really going to play the Unstable with me. Since I have unhinged cards and people hate gotcha. But the tokens, they're so nice. I must have them. All right, and then we have Over My Dead Body. This is what happens when people ask you for your Black Lotus. Over My Dead Body. Creature card in graveyard can attack and block as though they were on the battlefield. Can block or be blocked only by creatures in graveyard or zombies in addition to their other type and have Death Touch. That's a mouthful. Creature in graveyard have haste. So basically every creature doesn't die until they get exiled. All right, then we have Goblin Slingshot. I think whenever you crank it, creature you control gets +2/+0 and trample. And Buzz Buggy, and we got a gnome. All right, just a 1/1 in the back. Color this image. I'm not doing that. Well, I did do that. It's great. It's in grayscale. Look at it. And then we have multi-headed something. Blah, 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 blah. And we got Steel Squirrel again. Give me 5. Squirrel Power Scheme. Earl of Squirrel. They just really love pushing Squirrel in all these unset. All right, Squirrel Link. The damage dealt by this creature also causes you to create that many 1/1 green squirrel creature token. That's what they mean by Squirrel Link. What does that mean? The Earl of Squirrel is pooping off squirrels whenever it deals damage? Creature token you control are squirrels, and other squirrels get +1/+1. Not even in Legendary, so you can have 4 of these. Of course, it's an Earl, right? It's not the king. You can have multiple Earls in the kingdom. All right, and we got Twiddle Stick Charger, the Top Secret Tunnel, and a Construct. That's a nice foil too. Just, you can see kind of the background, the cloud, it stands out. All right, so funny enough, we didn't actually get any of the tokens that are repeated. So I wonder if they purposely set the box up that way, which would be very nice of Wizard. They should take a lesson from their own days and not put repeated stuff in the same freaking booster box. All right, and then we have Kindly Cognition, half Shark, half Hammerfest. All right, so those are all our uncommons. And then we got the Cramp Bunker again. Did we have a Cramp Bunker? Just when I said that they weren't giving us the same stuff. We got the same stuff. All right, at least it's not the same token. But yeah, we got another Cramp Bunker. And we got a Swamp. Oh, and then we got a Mythic Contraption. Fairy Airy, yes. Whenever you crank Fairy Airy, create 2 1/1 Blue Fairy Spy. Oh, that's that Fairy Spy token thing that whenever it deals combat, you draw a card, combat damage, and exile them. Right? It's not bad. And Top Secret Tunnel. And we got a Zombie token. Very nice. Did that just happened? All my cards are damaged. They're all gone. I think that might have been my second Zombie token. Oh yeah, I have gotten a Zombie token before. So, Wizard like to make me eat my words apparently, because I just said that they didn't put the same cards twice, and they did. At least they didn't put the same cards twice in the first sleeve, right? So, there's that. All right, so a bunch of comments. We got the Garbage Elemental. We had that before. Oh, we got Crack's other thumb. So if you were roll a die, instead roll 2 of those and ignore 1. So, just like Crack's thumb, but this is Crack's other thumb. This is why Crack is thumbless. Both of his thumbs got chopped off. And then we got the rare Serpentine something. So it augments another or combines to another creature. So we can get a Snake Cat. All right, Mountain. Optical Optimizer. They really love these alliterations. And we have Dictation Choreograph. Or yeah, whatever that is, I read that before. And then we got another Vampire. So yeah, maybe it's just each sleeve is the same, or will not have the same tokens, but the second sleeve, all the tokens get repeated. Because I've definitely got a Vampire before too. Alright, and then we have an Ordinary Pony that will no longer be ordinary once you combine it with something else. Steam Flogger Temp. I remember back when my temp days, it was horrible. Alright, and then we have another Mythic. Alright, this is our actually second Mythic off the pack, off the box. Not off the pack, I wish, right? But it's, not a contraption. Creature Elemental. This creature has infinite power. It's so infinite that its flavor text says it's so infinite. Blah, 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 blah. But it's fun. Just give it trample and you win. Planes? Twiddle Charger. I know I missed a word here. Boom Flinger and a Doctor. Yeah, we had a Doctor before, so that started repeating. I guess it's fairly rare to get a foil land out of these because we haven't seen one ever. It's unfortunate. Maybe they're hiding from us. And we got a bunch of commons. And uncommon. Rumor of My Death. I like saying that. Oh, better than one. Again, another better than one. You can make a better than one deck. Just have your friend on standby in a corner there and be like, hey, tap in. Kill my opponent. Hypnotic Oh, where is it? Hypnotic Swirl disc. Whenever you crank it, target player puts the top X card of his or her library in his or her graveyard, where X is the number of creatures. That's not, gimmicky. It's just regular good, so that's no fun. And here we got the Spirit again. Woo. Ooh, another Angel token. I would love that. All right, here we got another adorable kitten right here. Mad Science Fair project. So is that a Mad Science Fair project or a Mad Science Fair project? They gotta do some hyphening. All right, Knight of the Kitchen Sink again. Not Kitchen Finks, so no persist apparently. By no means. Remove one and white. Remove a counter from a permanent you control. Create a 1/1 colorless gnome artifact creature token. Or 1 and a white. Sacrifice an artifact. Choose any type of counter printed on a card referred to. Then put one of that counter. So you can go infinite with your planeswalkers apparently. And we got an island. Treadmill again. Mandatory shackles again. And here's our Angel. Angel. I love these foiling. These foilings are done so well. If you just look at her armor, and they glisten differently than like the wings or her face or the sword. And in the background is a different type of glistening. Those foils were done so well back in the days. Not to say that these days it isn't done well. It stands out in especially the unsets, in my opinion. And common. All right, entirely normal armchair again. Crack's other thumb again. How did I get 2 of Crack's other thumb? How many thumbs does he have? Oh, and we got another mythic. Our third mythic off the box. Old Buzzbark. Whenever Old Buzzbark enter the battlefield, roll X 6-sided die onto the battlefield. Dies onto the battlefield from a height of at least X inches, where X is part of the mana cost. And then for each die, put a number of +1 counter equal to the result on each creature you control that die is touching. Ugh. I don't like this. It's a gimmicky ability, but the problem with that is, rolling a die that high is going to damage my cards. I don't want to do that. All right, I got Force. Target Rocket. Mandatory Friendship Shackle. Oh, a dragon. I think it's our first dragon. A dragon token. That is very nice. Oh, dang it. It's very nice, but it's not a real dragon token. Look at the back, right? And they were advertising Dungeon and Dragon back in the day. Little did they know they're actually going to make a Dungeons and Dragons set that nobody will ever wanted. That's not true. It's that the set, the cards, nobody wants. Not that people don't want a Dungeons and Dragons set, because everybody does. And it was such a disappointment. Who knows? Maybe I'll open some box of that. All right, we got Stamp of Approval, Slaying Mantis, Steam-powered, Countdown to 1. Or the countdown is 1. His eyes. It's so menacing. All right, players play a magic subgame. Oh, God. Subgame. Starting at 1 life, using their library as their deck. For the rest of the main game, if a source will deal damage to a player who didn't win the subgame, it deals double that damage. Subgames are annoying. Nobody likes it. They keep printing cards like that. I guess it is an unset, so no one cares, but still. Here's a BB gun. All right, whenever you crank BB gun until the end of turn, target creature gains 2. This creature fights. Oh, fight. Such a fun mechanic. Oh, it's something I learned about fight today, actually, because I always thought fight was just, in terms of combat. Basically, you have an outside combat where the 2 creatures are supposed to fight, engage in one's attacking, one's blocking. But again, that's not the case. Fight is just your creature deals damage, and your opponent's creature deals damage to your creature. So even if you have first strike on your creature, it means nothing in fight, which is done. All right, and then we got a Dog Nail Engine, or Dog Snail Engine, and a Squirrel. Not a real squirrel, because it's drunk. Okay, then we have the Riveting Rigor. Rigorous. Slaying Mantis. Oh, this Mantis is really slaying, alright. I'm going to murder those gnomes. Alright, a Contraption Cannon. Half squirrel, half also squirrel. All right, Steam Flogger of the Month. Whenever Steam Flogger of the Month enter the battlefield, it assembles a contraption for each contraption you control. They really want to push contraption in this set, which, you know, good or bad. It really depends on how you want to play the unsets. And then we got another Goblin. Knowledge is power. So it's, you know, it means something. I wonder what it means here. Subliminal messages all around. Wouldn't it be funny if, you know, in 10 years, none of those companies exist anymore? And people are just going to look at Magic cards because people still play Magic and wonder, what's this F thing? All right, then we got Sly Spy, Inhumaniac, the half orc, half one of the axe, and then the Insight, assemble X contraptions, and that's it. So, just, you know, really pushing those contraptions. Mountain, Record Store. Whenever you crank Record Store, look at the top X card of your library where X is the number of artifact control. Put one of those cards into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library. Again, it's not a bad card. It's just no one cares about cards being good in the unset. They got to be wacky. Brainiac. All right, and then we got Mother Kangaroo. Oh, another secret base. This one is the one with the beaker. So I guess we will get one of each of the secret base, just none of them are foil, unfortunately. Give me 5. Half kitten, half 5-finger discount. Oh, and then we got another mythic. The Agent of Sneak. Or Head of Sneak, actually. Phoebe, Head of Sneak. Phoebe, Head of Sneak, can't be blocked by creature with flavor text. Funny. And Phoebe's permanently steal target creature's text box. That creature loses all rule text, flavor text, and watermark. This creature gains them. This is what wacky is, right? It's not good. It's not bad. It's just really, really weird and janky, and that's what makes these games fun. I'm gonna make an uncommander just to, you know, mess with people. All right, we got Arm Depot and a Boom Flinger, and then we got another Rogue. Look at that squirrel. Oh, going to Friday Night Magic because I already have Corona. All right, Defective Detective. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, and then we got Uncommon, Labro Bot. First pick, Robo something something. And finally we get another foil, Sacrifice Play. All right, it's a person outside the game chooses an attacking or blocking creature, target opponent control, that player sacks it. Fun. It does not say you cannot advise them, which, you know, at that point you're just gonna get into an argument and be like, sack that, sack that. All right, we got Masterful Ninja. Haste, reveal Masterful Ninja from your hand. Masterful Ninja is on the battlefield and in your hand until the end. What? What does that mean? It's on the battlefield and in your hand. Crazy. All right, Sundering Fork, Auto Key, and another Elemental Token. All right, and then we have the Wild Crocodile. Blah, 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 blah. The Aerial Toastmaster. The Super Duper Death Ray. Trample on a spell. All right, Super Death Ray, deal 4 damage to our creature. It's our first very cryptic command. Very cryptic indeed. Look at it. It's, you know, it says, well, it's got the cryptic command CMC, or not just CMC, mana cost. Untap 2 target creature, or 2 target permanent rather. Tap each permanent target player controls with exactly 1 word in his name. Discard all the cards in your hand, then draw that many cards, or return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Right? It's pretty good ability, but funny enough, there's a bunch of very cryptic commands in the set, and they all have different abilities. So, you know, you don't even know if this is a good one or not. Oh, this card, the Steam Flogger Boss. Very funny, right? Other riggers you control have +1/+0 and have haste. If a rigger you control will assemble a contraption, it assembles 2 contraptions instead. Something you may have or may not have noticed is if you look at this card, it's a little bit different than all the other cards. It's black border. This card was actually in Future Side. It was tournament legal. Nobody ever played it because God knows what it means. And now it's in the set. It's still tournament legal, but none of the contraption or the riggers are other than this one. So it's a completely useless card, but for some reason it is legal because they thought about making contraptions as a legal set, I guess, and they just couldn't figure out how, so they just made it all unset. All right, and then we got some contraptions and then a sapling token. That was really unfortunate, but hey, at least we got the future side card in the unset, which is the prophecy has came true. All right, so we got Ogre, blah, 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 blah. And then we got the Border Guardian. We need this in our southern border. So, you know, it only costs 4 instead of us, you know, billions of dollars. And it will stop anybody because it's a 1-1. 1-1s are better than 0-0s. And then we got Rhino foil here. And as luck would have it, it is hexproof. Whenever you roll a die, put a number of luck counter on it as luck will have it equal to its result. If there are 100, you win the game. So you basically keep rolling die till you win, right? Definitely a very good card in this set, but it is also very janky. So, you know, I appreciate that. Goblin Slingshot again. We have this before. A quick stick lick trick. Try to say that 5 times fast and you win the game. Apparently, that's what the ability is. Don't read the rest of the card. You're not supposed to. All right, we got a beast token. And we got the Blurry Beeble. Beebles are back. All right, so Blurry Beeble. Blah, 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 blah. Chittering Doom. The Monkey. More or less. And, oh, we got Spike. Tournament Grinder. All right, so we had Timmy in the first unset. We got Johnny in the second set. Now we have Spike. All right, so it's Phyrexian mana because it's, you know, it's got to be OP because, you know, only the OP cards, OP combos for Spike. All right, so 2 and 2 Phyrexian black mana and 4 Phyrexian black mana. Choose a card you own outside the game that has been banned or restricted in a constructed format. Reveal that card, put it in your hand. So you just bring your folder of P9s and then you can use that when you play with Spike. Very, very wacky. And we got an island. A Turbo Auto Hammer. And a Sap Sucker. And an Elemental. This is very nice art. I think we had this before already, but I'm just appreciating the Elemental art. All right, we got 4 more packs. No foil lands yet, but we did get 4 mythic cards and 2 mythic contraptions. So, you know, that's average. But the cards we got is really nice. So I'm happy about that. Here we go. Target Minotaur. Right there. All right, and then we got Hydrodoodle. As Hydrodoodle enter the battlefield, roll a 6-sided die. It's XX green. Roll X 6-sided die. Hydrodoodle enter the battlefield with number of +1/+1 counter equal to the total. Has reach and trample. So it's basically nothing gimmicky. You can actually have this in regular Magic now because of AFR. We have a lot of dice rolls, so it's not even that crazy. But it was back then, apparently. There was no dice roll. And then we got a Lackey Recycler. A division table. It's like a multiplication table, except it makes adults cry. And then we got a Stormcrow again. 3 more packs. What else are we going to get? All right, we got another adorable kitten. So that's, you know, all we need. Just more kittens. Kitchen sinks. Or sink. Stormcrow. Oh, the actual Stormcrow this time. Create a 1/2 Stormcrow. Oh, this is Crow Storm. Sorry. No, I got it wrong. Create a 1/2 Stormcrow token with flying named Stormcrow, and then use Storm with the Stormcrow to Crow Storms. Yeah, you play Crow Storm to storm Stormcrows so that you can have multiple Stormcrows out to storm people. I know what I said. Steam Floggery. Graveyard Busybody. All graveyards are also your graveyards. Graveyard Busybody's power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards with flavor text in your graveyard, which is in all graveyards. It's gimmicky, but it's not something really wacky. We're looking for wacky cards. All right, then we got the Refibrillator. Whenever you crank Refibrillator, return target creature card from graveyard to your hand. OP. And the Widget, is it a widget? Widget contraption basically teaches you how to use HTML. And then we got Fairy Spy. That's chipped in the corner a little bit here. That's unfortunate, but we already got one of these before. It's very nice art. It's not tournament legal or anything. It's not actual tokens that you'll see. None of the tokens are tournament legal anyways, but these are not the tokens that you will ever create in, you know, constructed play. Teacher's Pad. Super Duper Death Ray. Old fashioned. Oh my god. We got one. We got one. We got a foil forest. So we have those. They do exist. I'm going to put this on the side. I know it's just a forest, but it's so nice. The artwork is done so well. Alright, it's going to go on the side. And then we got an animated library. So it's not actually library of books. It's library of your deck. Enchant your library. And then you can beat people with your library. Fun. Alright, we got a swamp. And we got a headbanger. And the applied aeronautics. And another goat token. Goats are OP, guys. Remember that. Don't mess with goats. Okay, time out. Last pack. Time really out. Oh, we got the last secret base. Sorry, this is the one with the bombs. So yeah, we did get one of every secret base in terms of the artwork or the watermarks. That's pretty exciting. I'm gonna go online right now and buy one of each foil. Stamp of approval. See, Blizzard approves that what I just said. Inhumaniac and Clock of Doom. Move the crank counter on your contraption deck next sprocket and crank any number of that blah 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 contraption. All right, we got split screen. Whenever split screen enter the battlefield, shuffle your library and deal it into into 4 libraries. If anything refer to a library, choose one of your library for it. Play with your library top revealed. Whenever split screen leaves, you can shuffle it back together. Funny enough, I'm going to put this on the side for a second there. Funny enough, I think this art was already used in one of the... Yeah, there it is. Does that look familiar? Does that look familiar? That's crazy. All right, did they reuse this art? Funny. But this is a little gnome guy, and that was a squirrel, so that was the only difference. All right, and we got mountain. Guest list. Whenever you crank the guest list, target creature gets -X until the end of turn, where X is the number of creature cards in its controller's graveyard. Again, OP, not fun. Inflation, get away. Oh, another clue token. We got 2 clues. That's very nice. I'm really going to make a clue deck just because I have these clues. All right, so that was all the packs. We got 4 mythics, mythic cards, and 2 mythic contraptions. We did get a foil forest, which is very nice. And we got a bunch of these non-foil lands, which I also appreciate. Love these lands. I'm going to put them in all of my decks if I can. These, I think these are second only to the new Kamigawa lands. But my second favorite. Before, they used to be my first favorite until the new Kamigawa lands came out. Who knows what the new Capenna is going to bring. So that's it for today. Thank you very much. Hope you guys had a good April 1st. And remember, guys, Angel Beat's better than Planet. Bye-bye.